Welcome in, fam. If you are new or just passing through to my channel, welcome. Welcome. My name is Tam. I'm also known as the Enlightened Auntie. If you're returning, welcome back, squad. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're doing another general collective read. We're not sign specific here. We're also gender fluid. I may be saying you, I'm talking to them. I may say them, I'm talking to you. Put yourself in the story wherever you seem to fit. Some of this may resonate. None of it may resonate. Perfectly fine. I stopped worrying about who I resonate with a while ago. But please do take what you need and throw the rest out, all right? If you'd like to book a personal, more aligned with your own story, all of my information can be found below in the description box, and my books are always open. So let's just jump into it. I put out a bunch of cards. I did read. I didn't record it. I read. I went to go work out. I left the cards here. And then I came back. And so I'm going to jump back into the energy. Story's been really consistent. I kind of feel like I'm picking up where I left off with the last reading. So, collective. I'm using my storyteller cards today. My story cards. I have storyteller and giving, and it's making me feel as though, because the storyteller card for me is kind of gives off like high priestess energy, even though I know the high priestess is very secretive and she keeps a low profile, but I say that because the imagery, you've got this owl here, and when I look at this image, I immediately think high priestess, okay? Yeah. There's a lot of wisdom here. I feel like collective, we're being guided by our intuition and by spirit, but we're moving, we're really moving through our heart space, okay? You're very giving, you're very loving, you're very generous, generous with, your time, generous with your emotions, very fluid, very open, okay? And I do feel as though it's really important, because I'm seeing here where there is some emotion here on the board as it relates to something that somebody did not expect or see coming, because that's also been a theme, something happening that nobody sees coming, right? You're being advised to try to get a clear picture of where you're going. And this is going to require some strategy. It's also going to require you to be very grounded, in touch with your emotions, but not to the degree of allowing your emotions to kind of take over and, run the show and take over, right? I have literally three cards here of something changing, sudden changes that someone does not expect. And I think the reason why it's so jarring is because this person, even maybe you, collective, maybe you didn't anticipate this relationship or dynamic ever coming to a close, or having to strategically maneuver in order to protect yourself. I think you may not have even seen that, but you are definitely dealing with somebody who has not grown, because that translates across the board. Like on all these cards, in each section, I break them in threes, and in each section it has somebody who just does not want to evolve, just refuses to grow. And there's really not a whole lot you can do about that, or there's not a lot you can do about someone who refuses to grow and change. The only thing you can do is leave them where you found them, right? But there may be some shocking information, again, more shocking information coming out, that will create an upheaval, and it will leave somebody brokenhearted. I do think that it may relate. I got this download the other day, and I didn't know what to do with it, because at the time it didn't really make a whole lot of sense. But for me, this is about, I feel like I think this came out in the last reading. I want to say it's in the last two readings where I mentioned specifically about somebody telling their story. And I do feel like when you express this information, whatever part of your story that you share with the world. I don't know how you're sharing, where you're doing it on social media, whether you have a YouTube channel or whatever. You're on Twitter, you're telling your business. I feel like it's important for you to share your story because it's needed. Because literally, that's another part of growth. Like we're sent to people sometimes. We are sometimes people's blessings, and we come to them with knowledge or experience that we've already gone through, and we share that information with other people, and they realize or recognize that, oh my God, somebody else went through it too, and this is how they're going through it. And when you see yourself in those same stories, it gives you a little bit of hope, or it should. Especially if the person that you're hearing the story from has already overcome the obstacle. You know what I mean? It gives somebody hope that they too can overcome their hurdles and obstacles. But whatever this situation is that's changing, the sudden change, it is not expected. It is not expected. And I feel like too, if there's some information, because I'm getting that somebody here may have been trying to do something sneaky. Again, somebody does not anticipate this energy or this information coming out. Now, I kind of feel like collective, because I mentioned it in the last reading, something about a pet project, and literally spirit wants you to just push through and overcome your fears. I'm still getting that same energy here. Like there's something collective that you may want to pursue, and there's one, a level of impatience. Two, I think it's impatience maybe because you might not know how to execute. Take that how it lands. You may not know how to execute this, whatever it is that you're trying to do or whatever you're thinking of doing. This potentially could be a creative pursuit. You may not have put enough energy and time into it in order to, get really good footing. And most of it is because I feel like there's a level of fear that you may be operating in. Okay. But I want to tell you, I'm telling you, this karmic energy, this karmic feminine energy, doesn't have to be a woman, but there's definitely some karmic feminine energy on this board as well. I have someone here who is really, I kind of feel like they're pissed off. They're pissed off because I think you've elected to, I think they don't want you to pursue whatever this is that you're considering. Whether this is a relationship, whether it's like a romantic pursuit, or whether it's, like a new cycle in a romantic pursuit, or whether it's a new job, or you've got some new projects or whatever. Whoever this person is, they really don't want you moving in that direction. It's kind of like they don't want you following your north node. And they wanted you to literally be in a position of stagnation and inaction, where you're unable to move forward because you've got so many things that are like clogging your brain and responsibilities or whatever. And they were hoping that by you being at this stuck energy that you wouldn't be able to progress, and partially because of fear, right? I also have someone here who is really angry. Somebody here is like I'm getting like somebody's talking trash. So somebody here is somebody's here talking trash, spreading rumors, potentially spreading lies about your life, because evidently you're way too happy for them. Okay, But what they don't realize is that the energy that they're sending towards you, again, they don't recognize that the energy that they're sending towards you, or whatever energy that they had always carried, it made you, you could actually see, you're the high priestess, you're the storyteller, you're very much in touch with your emotions, so you were able to kind of see how people were operating, and you made a decision, like this is not something that you wanted to engage in. You made a decision that it's not something you wanted to engage in, to the point where you wanted to end. And the reason why is because the energy that they were exuding, not only is there a lack of like commitment or any kind of there's a lack of commitment, but there's this what's the word? It's like I don't tip of my tongue. It's a lack of commitment. It is disloyal. It is a disloyal kind of energy. There have been lies and backstab. I'm seeing it very clearly. There have been lies and backstabbing and betrayal, and they were really hoping that that it would never come to light and that you would never see it. Okay. Now, the obstacle here is collective. This is for you. It's time to start living in your truth and to stop hiding yourself. I have magic, thinker, and the sun, and then growth. So you've definitely grown. And the phoenix, you've grown, you're emerging as someone new. You are emerging as your healed self. I feel like this is a self-perception thing. I also feel like some of you have been hiding in terms of your abilities, especially if you've got abilities. If you've got skills, and I don't just mean spiritually, I mean any kind of skills that only you are aware of, or very few are aware of. It's kind of giving me like maybe there's this and I want to say lack of confidence. Like, you know that you have this ability, or whatever the ability or skill is. Okay, you have this ability or skill, but you keep it to yourself, or you only use it in certain instances around only certain people. Some of you don't even reveal that you have these abilities to anyone. Spirit is inviting you to take the mask off and allow yourself to emerge as who you are, right? Now, I do have someone, it's really interesting because I do have, again, you are in this energy of isolated growth. You may have pulled yourself away from people and situations that that you just didn't align with, or you didn't feel a sense of alignment with it. Three of Cups is here in the reverse. Like, literally, it's you may have been in a space of with unsupportive people, unsupportive energies, people that you would have given your last dollar to, that wouldn't give you shit. They wouldn't spit on you if you were on fire, right? This season, we're returning that energy. You have grown while you kind of were away and isolated, because this is about isolation and growth happening at the same time. You have evolved as the phoenix. And then I have this energy of somebody who just refuses to change. They refuse to move forward on their journey. They refuse to transform. They refuse to move themselves from this space. And all they're trying to do is be the third party. They want to be the third party interference. They are literally the third party interference. I do feel as though there may be some negative attention that somebody is trying to avoid. So this also could be talking about someone else's mask falling off and their inability to continue hiding it. Okay. So we have someone here, what I find really interesting, and it's all coming out. It's all coming out. This is so consistent. So you're going to find out about the people, because it's not just one person, it's a few people. You're going to find out about the people who are working together against you. Your energy collective, you're coming in as the Queen of Wands and the King of Swords. So very logical, very, eyes are on you right now. Somebody is pissed because you're getting so much attention. Someone's pissed that you're getting attention and they're not, or you're getting positive attention and they're getting negative attention. I do believe that people are starting to see. It's kind of like when people start to see or realize or recognize that somebody's been wearing, kind of like a mask, or there's a facade. You have someone here who is, they're losing everything. They're losing all of the things that they deemed as their stability, their form of stability. Something is clearly coming to an end. I have someone here now. It's crazy too, because I'm also looking at it from the other side. So because I also like to look, even though the cards are in reverse, I kind of like to look at the story. If the cards were in the upright, what the scenario would have been. So I'm kind of feeling like you have somebody here who was trying to, they're either codependent on your energy or they were trying to keep you codependent on their energy. And the thing about it is, this person or these people, this group of people, whoever they are, I feel like they're losing everything. They're losing the things that they deem as stability. It is becoming apparent that, number one, this group they might be disbanding. Something's falling apart because something has come out. It is being revealed about this backstabbing and betrayal. I think part of this too, these people are going to now have to weather the storms that you endured. I have someone here, it's kind of like your collective, you're putting in the work, you're putting in the time, you've done the healing, you've done the work, right? You're in the public eye. You may be in you don't have to be, I don't have those cards, but this kind of is giving me public eye. People are watching you, right? And you appear to be incredibly dynamic, very mature, taking very decisive action to live your best life. I'm not mad at it. Yeah, you've learned your lessons, and you're finally ready to close out this cycle with someone who has been nothing but codependent on your energy. They're either siphoning off your energy or trying to siphon off your energy, or they're trying to use, this is like energy vampire type shit. But I also am getting too that they're kind of pissed off because you're getting the positive attention. They may not be getting any attention, and if they are getting attention, it's negative attention. Okay. Part of this lesson, it's similar to yesterday's reading, where it's like understanding that the people that you were engaged with, or you were rooted to or tied to, those weren't your people. I'm getting the same energy here. And really what it's about learning how to find the balance, restore the snake is out here, child. The snake is out here. Distance. You should go the extra mile. Rooted, balance, woman holding coin, home in the reverse, simplicity. So, again, I do have the cards of gossip. We have somebody here who may be losing their finances, losing money. They're losing their stability. I have somebody here specifically losing their stability. They were rooted in an identity, a way of being, and I think right now it's kind of interesting where one person is very balanced, somebody else is not. You have elected, in order to maintain your balance, to make healthy choices or healthier choices in your life in order for you to progress, because that's making healthy choices is a form of self-love. All right? And I feel like energetically, this could be number one. This could be somebody losing their home, losing their stability, losing finances, and that is the balance. That is literally the balance. Things balancing out. On the flip side, this also could be about withholding. And I'm saying this because this came up in another reading. It's kind of like, I want to say this came up in the last reading, but it's a different, the energies, it's the same thing, but it's like you may have been hesitant to cut off these people or this situation because in your mind and in your heart, you still have love for them. You still have a little love for them, because I think it's very Six of Cups, like reminiscent of what you had, right? But the thing is, I kind of feel like Spirit is saying you have to make better choices, like better, being rooted and balanced for yourself and making better choices is number one, yes. But number two, I feel like you're being encouraged to withhold or at least reserve some of your energy, whatever. I feel like you're being guided to kind of pull something back, because these people are not meant to come with you on the next leg of the journey. So it's kind of like so say you're due to receive abundance. Well, the abundance isn't going to be fully rolled out to you, because Spirit knows your heart, because you've been hurt before, and they know how deeply you love and how deeply you care for folks unconditionally or whatever, and that even though the people that have done you dirty, you may have forgiven them, Spirit knows that there's some part of you that would still carry them into the next cycle, and you would assist them, whether that's financially, emotionally, whatever. And Spirit's kind of like, what I'm blessing you with is not for these people. Okay, I want you to hear that really clear. Spirit is trying to bless you, but cannot do so until you are fully committed to walking away from these people by making healthy choices. It's about the healthy choices. Healthy choices is self-love. That's an act of self-care. Choosing yourself over these people who do nothing but gossip about you, try to break up your home. They act as competition. They're telling lies, and you constantly having to look over your shoulder and worry about the people that are behind your back. No. Spirit wants you to be free of those things. But in order to free yourself of those things, you're going to, number one, have to take off your own mask and show the world who you are. Okay? It's time to make a decision, and literally, Spirit's like, if you make this decision right now, your abundance and your happiness and everything that you want is right on the other side of this decision. Literally. I want to give this to you, but first you have to make this decision. I'm looking at the way these cards are all lined up, because the pathway is opening up for you. But you do have somebody here who's really trying to stop your path. And I think that they're doing it in a way that it doesn't matter. Collective, we're winning. So it really doesn't matter. All that matters right now is that you stay authentic and that you show up. Stop hiding yourself. Stop hiding your gifts. Own them. And I hear myself I'm talking to myself right now. I'm talking to myself right now. I realize that. Because this card is staring me in my face. It says, start living your truth, no more hiding. And for a really long time, collective, I feel like we've shrunken ourselves and made ourselves small because that's how we were made to feel. Small. Like we didn't matter. You matter. You matter to me. And really, as a result of you making this decision and choosing to seek your expansion, because really what this is like I want you to think of it in terms of this. Where you put your focus is what grows. I've told you this before in other videos, right? You have been prioritizing these people, this family dynamic, the relationships, whatever this is, you've been prioritizing it for too long. It is time for you to make the decision. And even though I know that there are some of you who are reluctant because you're worried about missing them and not having them around or whatever. Are they even around now? Are they beneficial to you right now? Have they done anything to help you lately? Ever? Be honest with yourself. That's number one. Because I can guarantee you over the period of time, you are prioritizing people who wouldn't even consider making you a priority. And you were constantly the one feeling without. And now it's time for you to seek your expansion elsewhere. These people don't see it. I mean, I don't know. They may see it coming. But I'm kind of feeling like you're leaving them behind in order to be in a more balanced, reciprocated energy. You only want to deal with people who are reciprocating the exact energy that you put out. And if they can't do that, you don't want it. And I'm telling you, I got two cards. Lightning is out here twice, two different decks. You're being shown the difference between loyalty and somebody who is completely disloyal to you. Pay attention to the people that are in your life, right? I do feel like you're opening your heart to love. And the energy of the girl with a snake, this empath narcissist paradigm, that you've got your boundaries up. Your boundaries are up. You're not, your boundaries are, but you're not mad. Excuse me. You still, and the thing about it is you still have love in your heart. You're not mad. You're just like, I'm not mad. I don't hate you. I'm just not fucking with you. Right? Because you see the truth. There's no reason to have to like him and ha over it. You already know what it is. You see what it is. All right. So let's grab some tea leaves. And this definitely is dealing with somebody from your past. And here's the thing. The reason why this whole thing came apart is because not only there was no loyalty, there's no sense of loyalty here, But this person tried to utilize their position in your life in order to control the dynamic within the relationship. And all it did was tear you guys apart. Yeah. You're very clear on the parts of your life that were meant to create confusion, and you've already made your decision, judgment in the upright. You're not, no more delusions. All right. Let's see what we have. Mice, discord among friends or family. Dragon, beware of self-delusion. I was just talking about that. I can't make this up. Wreath, sorrow over loss. Yeah, somebody's very upset because they're seeing the losses. They're seeing all the L's that they're taking right now. Cracked cup, dissatisfaction with life. Lion, time to act. Rose, romance in the air. Beetle, good fortune. We like it. V for victory. Victory in some endeavor. Diamond, you'll be receiving or giving a precious gift. Lily, spiritual love. Tulip, great passion. Crib, birth or conception of a child or enterprise. And bell, announcement. So I don't know, somebody announcing a pregnancy? Maybe. All right, let's grab some index cards. The month of April may be of significance. Could be dealing with an Aries or a Taurus. Releasing mental burdens for good. Amen. We like it. Hates that your intuition is on point. Negative vibes and energy or black magic. So somebody's sending negative vibes to you. There could be some music downloads. Listen to the lyrics of the music that you're listening to. So you might be getting messages. I'll do it all over again. So whoever these people or persons are, they're whack, pretty little lies. Candle magic. Okay, I'm going to take these because they all flipped. We have jealous family members, spiritual teacher, liar. Somebody is in depression, suffering from depression or dark night of the soul. Somebody's having an ego death. Because what they thought was the business ain't really the business. It's not quite working out the way they anticipated it to. Oh well. Surrender to the divine. Like, Spirit's like, hey, like, let us take the wheel. And this person is just refusing. The answers you need are coming. Okay, one more. Okay, I'll take two more. Communication is key, and nothing is yet set in stone. All right, let's take some truth deck. Separation. Separation is definitely inevitable here. Closure, unresolved. So it may close out. Maybe the cycle closes out and it's unresolved and you don't come to any kind of resolution. There's nothing really that you can do about that as long as you resolve within yourself. You find the closure within yourself. And it starts with first by forgiving people. It's so much easier when you can just forgive folks and let it go. All right, then we have wait, quit. They are checking your social media. Somebody's insecure and texting. All right. Balancing act. Somebody's throwing shade. Somebody's weighing options. Something's on the horizon. And then we have love yourself. Maybe seeing synchronicities of 1212 or 212. Could be seeing synchronicities of 515. You could also be seeing synchronicities of 1111. Okay. All right, folks, I'm going to leave it there. If any parts of this reading resonated for you, gave you clarity on your own situation, give the video a thumbs up so we can circulate it to those who need the message the most. And as always, again, if you want to book a personal more aligned with your own story, all of my information can be found below in the description box. My books are always open, and I usually have same-day appointments. So take advantage. All right, guys, I love you. Until next time, take care.